Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Whew. Hello, my demons and ghoulies. Sorry, it's kind of hard as it is to get a signal out of hell, so, let alone transmitting it to space. But yeah, hopefully I don't talk for too long, but I just wanted to talk about the podcast that I'm a part of and the art that I made for them, which is what you're seeing behind me. So to start, for those of you who don't know, I'm part of a podcast called Transform and Roll Out, Rise of the World Killers. It's a Transformers D&D podcast where I play as Spitfire, a blue Autobot. Can you see a theme here with my characters? So about midway through last year, I was streaming and a dude named Onyx Prime came into chat. So of course I was like, oh, cool name, it's like Transformers, cause you know, Prime. And he was like, well, yeah, that's what the name is actually after. Onyx Prime is a real Prime. And I was like, and he went down to say, well, do you like Transformers? To which I was like, yes, of course. I actually used to watch it all the time as a kid. You know, we only got a few channels down in hell, but it was my favorite. And then he had asked me if I wanted to, or if I would be interested in a certain podcast or play a few voice lines, because I think they needed like a vendor bot, and asked if I wanted to participate. But I had also mentioned that I play D&D, so that was also an option too. And I joined. I said yes immediately. So yeah, the rest is history. Turn it off. We're done. But anyways, when I did join, I was greeted to Kilobyte and Computron, the other two masterminds behind the podcast. Onyx, as it turns out, was the DM, with Kilobyte was our strong, strapping himbo mercenary named Eightwheeler, who is actually, right now, his name is Stratostorm, because, well, I guess that's kind of spoilery, so you'll just have to listen and see. But he's like the second tallest in the lineup in this piece behind me. And then he's not as strong as he looks, but he's a wonderfully good boy. And then Computron is Zephyr, a 6-foot small maniacal Decepticon whose only goal is to drum up as much chaos as possible and take over other bots because he's a Titan Master. Is that spoilers? No. But he's obviously the very, very smallest one. Let me tell you, this campaign has been such a wild ride, and I am desperately clinging to it because it is just so fun. Onyx has been a wonderful DM, crafting a wonderful story while still allowing us to goof off and totally go off the script and plot he had for that session, which we do every single session. And it's mostly thanks to Zephyr. I don't have too many like IRL or online friends that are super into Transformers other than this group, so it felt really good to connect with a group of people who had the same interest I do, different from my other friends. I can't begin to express how thankful I am that I was able to join, and that I get super, super excited with each and every session, and only continue to get more excited. I'm also feel really welcomed now that we're both accustomed to one another's weirdness. Like the vibe is like really spot on now. But then lo and behold, recently we actually gained a new member. It's in this piece. It's the tallest, the biggest boy. His name is Mantix, played by Trish, and he is also a Decepticon, but he's a Seeker, so obviously he's a giant. He's also down for some chaos like Zephyr. Maybe it's just a Decepticon thing, but because he just joined the group, he's still a little hesitant and just kind of adjusting to this weird Mod Podge of characters. But now that our group has grown, the shenanigans keep growing too, and I'm absolutely living for every moment and looking forward to another campaign that we actually have planned later on, which I have a different character for, but that's kind of beside the point. I do want to say, not just because I'm in this this podcast, but I really do highly recommend listening to it. It's just an absolute blast, and every time I listen to it, I can't stop smiling and laughing, because to me, it feels like I'm listening to it for the first time, even though I'm participating. And I will say too, like, because I'm not as, I guess, knowledgeable in Transformers lore, they do end up explaining some certain details, which kind of really helps listeners who are newer to Transformers really help get into, if maybe they want something to start off with. You don't have to, like, know a whole bunch of stuff, because a good chunk of it is, like, not, like, explained for you like you're a child, but, you know, they give you some tidbits of, like, this means this, and this is that, and this is what happened previously in lore, in, like, actual Transformers timeline history. And I guess to deviate and get maybe a little sappy to the cast, if you guys are listening, which I'm sure you are, I want to say thank you all so much for letting me be a part of something so fantastical and becoming my friends. I look forward to all of our adventures as we go on and seeing each other at TFCon, which I am ecstatic for. But I feel like this, like, our little ragtag team has really grown, and I've grown fond of each and every one of you. Hopefully that's not too sappy, even for a demon, but I really appreciate it. And to show my appreciation, it's actually why I made this piece. They did not commission me to make this piece. They did commission me to make a couple of their characters just to get them drawn out. Because it's, you know, sometimes it's a little easier to see a visual explanation of your character. But I decided for Christmas I was going to make this really nice poster-esque piece for them. I did not finish it for Christmas. But that's okay. I finished it, you know, a little afterward, but it felt right to make a piece where all of our characters were represented with either their favorite weapon or something that they hold dear to them, and I thought this was a good way to give back to Onyx and to Computron, to Kilobyte, and to Trish, because, you know, I feel very welcomed here, and they've done so much for me in just keeping me entertained, I guess, and letting me be a part of something so cool. And art is obviously the one thing I know best, so it's the best way to give back. Plus it's also just fun. I got to stream, like, the whole making of this, and I got to interact with a bunch of cool people, and they got to watch me make it, which was really fun. In the very end, like, there was epic music playing, and I had just put the finishing touches on it, and it just felt so, like, right, I guess. I think I really like how this piece came out. It was really fun. It was fun to do something a little more dynamic, more movie poster. Do robots, which I don't draw very often, so that was new. Did a ship in the background, did a meteor, I did a giant robot. Zoom in, I did an exploding planet, which is canon in the campaign. I think there's like 2 planets that have blown up so far. It is called Rise of the World Killers, so if you want an explanation, you should probably listen. But with all that being said, I think really the only appropriate thing now is to just let you guys watch until the end. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys like me doing little voiceover stuff like this. Let me know. But I'll leave you to watch the rest, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whatever may you. Do something you enjoy. See you guys next time. Bye!
The apocalypse. scorching. Forests burned up. The sky colors red. Volcanoes erupt. The world as we know it will no longer be there. Water is gone. A new era has begun. Prepare yourself for the apocalypse. Prepare yourself for the apocalypse.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to all my patrons for supporting me. Special shout out goes to my $20 Demon tier patrons, Mimi Chai and Jay Locks. See you guys next time, bye!